I would like to see at least 100 millionaires among the Muslims in Chicago. If you're rich, I'm rich. And I could always come and tell you about the needs of a nation. But if you poor and we poor, we can't be around here poor. I want to see rich Muslims.
All right, greetings everyone. How's everyone doing? Glad that you could make it. This is your brother Mahdi, Supreme X Family, Fard Money Network, and New Millennium Bankers, and we have a powerful stream for you this morning with our crypto mornings, right? Blockchain mornings that we want to get over to you. And you know we on a major exodus. We have a project going on called Project Exodus 10,000, right? And we started March the 1st. A 120-day exodus run to financial independence, and we on a mission and looking for 10,000 people that want to be cryptocurrency millionaires in this ecosystem or in the system that we're doing to reach our goal. So this is day 114. We are almost a week in, right? 7 days in, and we have a few new members, and we're happy and excited for those. And we have people completing the 7-step strategy to become a new millennium banker, because this is where the world is going. This is what we are doing. So this is day 114 of our Project Exodus, 10,000 crypto millionaires. If you want to know more about that, you can come to our next Project Exodus event, but we're going to go over decentralized blockchain banking and show you how you can bank over the blockchain and take control of your economy and take control of the income that you got coming into your home and get it out of the central bank's hand. Now, this stream is going to give you more evidence and more proof on why you might be wanting to join us as soon as possible, right? Because we are sounding the alarm and we are shouting it from the mountaintop. So, okay, so today's stream, what we want to talk about, though, we took this topic to talk about because this is a global topic, and we might tomorrow we might go over this with on our businesses warfare, because this right here fits that criterion, businesses warfare. But it is very significant, family. Now, I don't want nobody to think when we talk about Russia and Ukraine, what's going on with that war, I don't want you to think that we're in Fard Money Network is on either side, right? We're not, right? I'm not. Because I don't know the actual facts. I don't know who did what. I know that Israel invaded Palestine in 1948, and I know that me and your taxes go to support Israel with that apartheid that's going on over there, and the Palestinians are our people. I know that. Been going on since 1948, and I know England and I know America bags Israel. Now, I do know that. That's a fact, right? So have sympathy for your own before you have sympathy for somebody else. So you're not posting and crying about that. You might want to just leave the Russian and Ukrainian alone, because those are two Caucasian nations. Let them do what they do, right? Caucasians have been fighting Caucasians for hundreds of years in Europe. Let them do what they do, right? Right? So let's focus on our own, and let's focus on what we're going to do, because the American government ain't giving us no justice. They ain't coming to our account. Nobody out of Europe is talking about our flight and what's happening to us over here. Ain't talking about what's going on in Africa to our people over there. Ain't talking about what's going on and what the Clintons did to the Haitian government and did to the people down there. So let's keep everything in the proper content, all right? Because this is the day of separation. Everybody is going to go where they need to be, all right? Everybody's going to go. Ain't no straddling the fence no more. That's over with, right? You had a good run with that. You had a good time straddling the fence, being on both sides. That's over. And we're sorry, but this is Fard Money Network. This is what we do. We give you straight words, and we give you truth straight from the mouth of the supreme being. All right, so now let's take it out. Now, this is what Russia is doing. Russia reserve currency has collapsed, and we're going to go over why it's collapsed. Is the dollar next? Now, Russia's a major player in the world of finance, in the geopolitical world. They are a G20 country, right? And they are being targeted by other G20 countries. So this is very significant that we get this understanding and that we pay attention to the signs. If Russian currency has fallen, boom, this is not like Venezuela. This is not like Lebanon. Those are smaller countries, but their currency fell too, though. But this is Russia. Russia is a global powerhouse. All right? Russia is on the level of America when it comes to nuclear power. Okay? They own the level of China when it comes to nuclear power. So they are a powerhouse, right? And they love to make war, just like America loves to make war, right? We're not giving America no pass. You can give America the pass all you want. We're not giving them a pass, okay? Until they give us reparations, they're not getting no pass from us, okay? So let us talk about that. All right, now, what's happening? Let's take a look at some articles that I found. Now, this first article comes from Wall Street Journal. We're going to get to the dollar in a minute. You stay tuned. Make sure, tag people in this, share this out, inbox people this if you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube. Send this to people because everybody needs to watch this, right? Everybody needs to pay attention to what's going on because you're going to get lost in the sauce, okay? You're going to get lost in the man. Now, y'all see this is Wall Street Journal. This is not the Final Call newspaper because we know you don't want to listen to none that come from black folk, right? So this is Wall Street Journal. This comes from them. This is what they say, okay? This is an article that was released. When was this article released? This article was released on the 3rd. On the 3rd, right? A couple of days ago. So let's look at what it say, the headline. If Russian currency reserves aren't really money, the world is in for a shock. Y'all hear that? It's Wall Street Journal. If Russian currency reserves aren't really money, the world is in for a shock. Now, I'm not going to go over the whole article, but I already read it, so I can give you a summary, but we're going to start it off. Sanctions have shown that currency reserves accumulated by central banks can be taken away. With China taking note, this may reshape geopolitics, economic management, and even the international role of the United States dollar. Okay, now check it out. This thing is getting deep. This is warfare. The West has shut off the Russian central bank's assets to most of its foreign reserves. That's currency. What is money? Is a question that economics have pondered for centuries, but the blocking of Russia's central bank reserves has revived its relevance for the world's biggest nation, particularly China. In a world in which accumulating foreign assets is seen as risky, military and economic blocks are set to drift further apart. After Moscow attacked Ukraine last week, the United States and its allies shut off the Russian central bank's assets to most of its $630 billion of foreign reserves, weaponizing the monetary system against a group of 20 countries will have lasting repercussions. I'm gonna read that one again because I know y'all didn't hear that one. I gotta read that one again, right? We gotta read that paragraph again, family. Check this out. Y'all ain't paying attention. After Moscow attacked Ukraine last week, the United States and its allies shut off the Russian central bank's assets to most of its $630 billion of foreign reserves, weaponizing the monetary system against a group of 20, that's G20, group of 20 countries will have lasting repercussions. The 1997 Asian financial crisis scared developing countries into accumulating more funds to shield their currencies from crashes, pushing official reserves from less than $2 trillion to a record $4.9 trillion in 2021. According to the International Monetary Fund, that's the IMF, that's ran by the Federal Reserve. While central banks have lastly sought to buy in whole gold, it only makes up 13% of their assets. Foreign currencies are 78%. The rest is positions at the IMF and the special drawing rights, SDR, and IMF created claim on hard currencies. Man, this is deep. This man has created all type of institutions to take over and control the world's monetary policies and the money. Many economists have long equated this money to savings in a piggy bank, which in turn composed to investments made abroad in the real economy. Recent events highlight the error in this thinking. Borrowing gold, these assets are someone else's liabilities. Someone who can just decide they are worth nothing. Last year, the IMF suspended Taliban-controlled Afghanistan assets to funds in SDR. Sanctions in Iran have confirmed that holding reserves offshore doesn't stop the United States Treasury from taking action. As New England law professor Christine points out, the 2017 settlement with Singapore's CSE Transtail shows that the mere use of the dollar abroad can violate sanctions on the premise that some payment clearing ultimately happens on United States soil. To be sure, the West has frozen Russia's stock of foreign exchange, but hasn't blocked the inflow of new dollars and euros. The country's current account surplus is estimated at $20 billion a month due to exports of oil and gas, which the United States and the European Union want to keep buying. Oh my goodness, this is deep. So y'all hear this? Do y'all hear what's going on? Listen, man. Listen. Family, y'all got to listen. So America is blocking Russia currency. They're stopping their stuff on the exchange. They're stopping their foreign assets. But they still allowing them to use dollars and euros because they got to get oil through Russia. Oh my goodness. This is why the gas shot up like this. So Russia's going to fight back, and we're going to see the gas price go higher. Because Russia ain't finna tap out. You can forget that. Vladimir Putin is a cold-blooded gangster. A real gangster. I know some of your brothers, my brothers, y'all in the hood, y'all think y'all gangster. You ain't no gangster. Right? You're not. You playing. Right? These are real gangsters in politics, and they in power. Okay? Real live gangsters. Vladimir Putin is a gangster. Donald Trump is a gangster. Okay? That man over North Korea, I forgot his name. These are gangsters. Israel, Benjamin, Prime Minister, what's his name? Benjamin Netanyahu, gangster. These folks take what they want. They ain't using no diplomatic approach about nothing that they want. And you won't bow down, they just come and take it. So listen, but America has to strategically allow them to still use the dollar and euros, but they don't want them using their own currency. So now, What does this do for China? What does this do for China? All right. Now you want to get that article, go to Wall Street Journal and type in if Russia currency reserves aren't really money, and you can read that whole article. But we got another one. Don't worry about that one. We're going to get deeper. Right? That was the first one. We got more. And we're going to get to the United States dollar in this central banking system called the Federal Reserve in a minute. All right? We're going to get to that in a minute, so let's get to it. Okay, where we at? Okay, now this is from Yahoo Finance. Has yuan becomes Russia new dollar? Now, this is deep, and I'm going to give y'all some back history. Why this is deep? Because in 2018, March the 26th, the reason I remember the date perfectly, because I have a daughter born on March the 26th. All right. 2018, March the 26th, China finally was able to launch the euro, the petro yuan, in challenge to the petrodollar. So Russia can still trade and serve oil like other nations can, like Iran can. They can just use the yuan. And China giving them a better deal and said, if you don't trust the yuan's currency, we will allow you to exchange the yuan for gold. That happened 4 years ago. Now we are seeing where this maneuver, strategic maneuver by China to challenge the petrodollar, is now coming into play. And we seen it when all that was going on with America and Iran and Obama, before Obama got out of the White House, when he did that deal with Iran and all that. And then Donald Trump came in and abolished that whole agreement. Okay? Now, this is going on in the global. See, all of this is connected to the war, and we the people that's in America, and America is looked at bad in the world, we gonna suffer the most. It ain't gonna be these politicians. It ain't gonna be Joe Biden, right? It ain't gonna be Donald Trump. Them folk got underground bunkers and all this stuff here. Now I want to let everybody know, right? Now I want to let everybody know, America will not experience a nuclear bomb. So that's one thing that we don't have to worry about. Why? That's for another topic that we're not going to go into here. But just remember that, okay? America will not experience a nuclear attack. So we don't have to worry about that us. But what we have to worry about is shortage of food, gas, water, lights, that type of stuff. Natural disasters, right? Because there's another power on the scene, and he after America first, okay? The God of justice, the God of righteousness, he's on the scene, and America is first. So he's not going to let anybody outside of America destroy America, okay? Just remember that. So check this out, though. Has yuan become Russia's new dollar? This was released today, 3 o'clock this morning. Russia could use the Chinese yuan to bypass the crippling sanctions and swift payment ban imposed by the United States and its allies. See, y'all thought America is in this war. It has started. This is World War III, and it's all about power and money. It ain't got nothing to do with Russia attacked the Ukrainians unjustified. They shouldn't invade. They ain't got nothing to do with that. That's an illusion. That's a smoke screen. And warfare is always about deception to the people. Because, see, they want to tell you that they care about the Ukrainian people. And this is what Russia is doing, killing citizens over there. Why? Because they want you to send your babies, your children, to get in the United States military so they can go over there to Europe and fight Russia. And you're going to be okay with it. But you better not send your children. If you got children in the army right now, they need to be AWOLing right now. Take that little prison time Because the majority of the soldiers that go over there and fight Russia in Germany, they not coming back. They coming back as a body. But they won't have no spirit. That's for all you spooky folks. All right? Russia could use the Chinese yuan to bypass the crippling sanctions and swift payment ban imposed by the United States dollar and its allies. 1 ruble, that's the Russia currency. 1 ruble now buys less than 1 United States cent. That's how weak it is. Causing ordinary Russians, listen, this is Crypto Mornings, causing ordinary Russians to flock to stores of value such as gold and Bitcoin to protect themselves from the fallout. Say ordinary Russians. So this letting you know right now, what America did, it ain't just affecting the Russian government, it's affecting the Russian people that don't got nothing to do with the invasion of Ukraine. This is warfare. There's always casualties in warfare. There's always civilians lost in warfare. This is deep. Where we sit at in this equation. All right? As Putin's armored divisions roll closer to the city in Ukraine, his country's economy rolls closer to the abyss. And speculation has grown that Moscow will resort to using cryptocurrencies as a financial back channel. Russia had already been pro-crypto and digital currency if we've been paying attention. However, there's simply not enough volume and liquidity within crypto markets to offset the disruption that sanctions will have on the Russian economy. That's their opinion. This leaves the Kremlin with another option to use the Chinese yuan and Beijing's CIPS international payment system for cross-border trade. Disconnecting Russia from world finance could thus create an unwanted side effect for the West. The birth of a new global economic system based upon the Chinese yuan. Man. Woo. Steve H. Hank, professor of applied economics at Johns Hopkins University, told Yahoo Finance UK that disconnecting Russia from the dollar-based system won't have much of an impact on the dollar initially, but in the long run, it might be a different matter. The senior economics added that the act of removing Russia from the SWIFT dollar-dominated international payment system has weaponized and contaminated SWIFT. See, Allah is bringing all this down. Y'all just got to pay attention and have patience. But he's bringing it all down. This will make room for challengers to the dollar-dominated international system. See, the new world monetary system is being set up. And it ain't the dollar. That's over with. You just got to pay. And this is these people reporting on it. This ain't us. But you got to be able to read between the lines. See, we have been seen and told the future of what's happening in the fall of the West, the fall of America. We have been told this from the mouth of God himself. And it's a beautiful thing. I'm about to bring tears to my eyes to see it playing out. That meaning, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad told us the truth. And how did he know? How was he able to tell us exactly how the West in America in the dollar was going to fall 50 years ago? And it's playing out right now today. How was he able to do that? That's because he was taught by God in person. And the minister has been among us since 1977, since the world thought that Elijah Muhammad died, warning us, reminding us what the most honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us. He had been doing this for 44 years. He has been warning us and telling us this. And we've been trying to give you the Final Call newspaper with all of this hidden information in it, so you can see it from the black man's standpoint. Because we at the bottom, but we are the ones that come to the top. We're going to be over the new monetary system. This is our day to take power, because it's being given to us, rather. But we have to get in position, and we have to sound the alarm, and we have to stop what's going on in our communities. We have to stop it, right? So that's why we in the nation, we on saving lives and making money. This is what we focus on. We focus on saving lives and making money. This is it. Ain't nothing else we need to be talking about. Saving lives, making money. Saving lives, making money. That's it. And setting up these institutions, because this man's world is going down. We're looking at it. So, all right. This will make room for challengers to the dollar-dominated international system. The major challenger is China's cross-border interbank payment system, or CIPS. China's competitor to the dollar-based SWIFT system was created in 2015 and currently only handles a fraction of the international claim settlements that are completed by the SWIFT system. But this imbalance could begin to tilt in China's favor if Russia is forced to rely upon it for international trade. State media in China liken the SWIFT ban on Russia banks to a financial nuclear weapon, but also welcome it as an opportunity for Beijing's payment system. See, they ain't folks playing chess over here, man. Russia relies upon China's interbank payment system will allow China to develop the yuan's use outside the country's borders. Wow. China's president infrastructure project, the Belt and Road Initiative, has also helped to introduce the yuan overseas. This is deep. These folks positioning themselves, right? Now you want to go to Yahoo and get that article and read that article. See, you're going to have to study today. Your financial education better be understanding what's going on with these currencies and what's going on with these banks. And that way you can understand and see the value of cryptocurrency. But we ain't done. We ain't done. Let's go take a look at the United States in this bubble. Here it is. Here it is. United States national debt. That's why it's in red. $30.3 trillion. Total debt, $86.3 trillion. And you know how they creating this type of money? How they creating this cash, this currency? They doing it out of thin air at the press of a button. And it's something called fractional reserve banking, fractional reserve lending. And we've been telling y'all about this for years, man. And I'm going to keep saying that because we've been warning you about this. And we created a broadcast called Business is Warfare to help us get a further understanding and to help us see the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan as he is. And you stop thinking that we're trying to get you into some religion. That's foolishness. A religion to us is a way of life. We're just trying to get you to wake up. You can go and claim whatever God you want to claim, but it's important that we get the truth into your ears so you can see and can make it through these times. Because if you don't listen to him, you're going to die. You will not survive this. Let me say that again. If you don't listen to Minister Farrakhan's guidance, I don't care what your religion is, what color you is, you will not make it through this war. You will be dead. I know that's strong, but it's true. All right, fractional reserve banking. What is fractional reserve banking? Fractional reserve banking is a system in which only a fraction of banks' deposits are backed by actual cash on hand and available for withdrawal. This is due to theoretically expand the economy by freeing capital for lending. It's a scam. That means, look, let me break it down to you in layman terms. If you give me $10,000 and I put in your account, you got a $10,000 balance, right? Follow this. And then Joe over here come into the bank, come to me. You gave me the $10,000 and I gave you your account, say $10,000. And Joe come over here and say he want to borrow $5,000. I only got $10,000. But you gave it to me. You deposited it in the bank. So your account balance say $10,000. But Joe want a car loan. I take $5,000 out of your $10,000 and give it to Joe and put it in his account. So now that's showing $15,000, but only $15,000 was given. But only $10,000 was given. So where did that $5,000 come from? It's not even there. That's why if you go to a bank and try to get all of your money, all of your cash out, they can't give it to you. They got to give it to you in pieces because they don't have it on deck. Because as soon as you put it in there, they already got people they lending it out. And they doing it with numbers. So you can do this with, they do this with just numbers. They don't really have to have the cash because we do check deposits. We do stimulus checks. All this stuff we just send straight deposit. Okay? So if you don't get the cash immediately, that's why every ATM, that's why every debit card that's connected to a bank or a credit union has a daily withdrawal out of the ATM and has a daily spending limit. That's why. Why? Because majority of what you think is in there is not in there, and they are loaning it out and getting interest on top of this fake created money. Do y'all understand that? Let me break that down again. I'm the bank. You give me $10,000. Your account say $10,000. This person over here need a loan. Out of your $10,000 deposit, I give this person $5,000. Now this person account say $5,000. Your account say $10,000. That's $15,000. But they created that extra $5 out of the 10. That's a scam. That's a fraud. That's an illusion. That's phony. That's fake. That's plain and simple. The bank, that's why we're telling you about blockchain banking. Because blockchain, when you're dealing with crypto, nothing is just given to you. Those coins are there. Yes, they are digital. They operate on a software system, that's true. But they're giving you something that's being held, or something that's creating more coins from fees or transactions, and you get paid out in fees. So it's always something there. So we telling you about our new coin, Millionaires. It's only 888,888,888 of the Millionaires coins in total supply. So it's easy for somebody to say, okay, if you do this and do this, we're going to give you 10%, 20% or more coins. Because they got to counter everything. And that eventually will run out. It's not unlimited. See, they've been running this credit debt system unlimited because when you put the funds in there, they create more cash or more numbers that's not there. So they can keep this going to infinity, and they got America in the chokehold, and America keep borrowing more and more cash, more and more of this stuff. Right? And it's interest paid on this. This is why we pay taxes. Because we're paying on the interest on the debt. It's all a scam. That's why you need to get the book. That's why you need to get the book. You don't have the book yet? You don't got this book in your house yet? You ain't got this and read. It's $20. This book's so powerful, you can't even get it on Amazon. They banned it. That ought to tell you how powerful it is. And the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan stood up in Atlanta, Georgia, and pronounced this book to go to the root of white supremacy. And he told the Jewish community, the Zionists, if y'all want me to denounce what's in this book, I would do it in the morning. But you have to denounce everybody we quoted as being liars. Why? Because when we get this information in here, comes from Jewish rabbis, Jewish scholars, Jewish bankers. It comes from them. So if you want us to denounce it, denounce where we get the information from then. See that? It's all fair. It's all fair, but you need to get the book. All right? It's all fair. So now we're in with that. We might come back with more about this, but this is what you want to know. This is what we have to know. All of that's a scam. Get your money out of the banks. Get your money out of the banks. This ain't financial advice. This is survival advice. All right? So let's take a look at the Federal Reserve. What is the Federal Reserve? Now, I want y'all to watch this. Listen. What is the Federal Reserve? The Federal Reserve System, often called the Fed, is the central bank of the United States and arguably the most powerful financial institution in the world. It was founded to provide the country with a safe, flexible, and stable monetary and financial system. Imagine that, with a free-falling dollar. See, all of this is a scam. And crisis, because of fiat currencies, have been happening for centuries. And it's going to happen again. So this system here is what we after. We taking this system down. They have too much power, and they not justified in having it. So we taking this system down. The God that came, this the system he came to destroy. This has enslaved the whole planet. This has enslaved everybody, right? So with that being said, family, you want to be at our event. If you ain't been to a Project Exodus 10,000 event, you won't come to our event and you want to join Forward Money Network or anybody that has shared this video with you. Because it's not just us teaching this. Well, it's not just us doing this, but we are the only ones who are outright really just teaching this hard, strong consistency like this. But we're giving you an alternative. I can teach anything and tell you go get gold over here, go get crypto over here, but we're going to put you in the system that's going to be paying you. That's what we're doing in Forward Money Network. So this is what we're about. This is what we after. So stay tuned. Stay plugged with Forward Money Network. Get connected with us because we are turned up to the max. You want to be financially free? You want to be financially independent? We providing that system for you. This thing is going down, and it's going down fast. With that being said, family, we thank y'all for tuning in, but we out of here.
I would like to see at least 100 millionaires among the Muslims in Chicago. If you're rich, I'm rich. And I can always come and tell you about the needs of a nation. But if you poor and we poor, we can't be around here poor. I want to see rich Muslims